Welcome to Moving to Charleston, Myrtle Beach, and Surrounding Cities channel. In this episode, I'll be sharing with you my last 1 year progress from the moment I opened up this channel, which was last year, November 3rd, until today. And what I have produced along the way, what I've learned along the way, and how I'm able to serve my clients. So if you're interested in learning more about that, then please continue watching. If not, feel free to click away. If you're new here, hi, I'm Diana, and I help people from all over the world relocate to the beautiful Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Beaufort, and surrounding cities. So if you're interested in buying a home here, I'd love to serve you. My contact information is down below. I started producing my first video in November, and it wasn't consistent. I've been trying to produce a video and release to provide information about new home community tours and different location information like Johns Island, West Ashley, etc. So I could provide more of a service to the clients that are moving here. Well, I started that, and then now I've been trying to produce every single week more videos that provide more value and more information since then. And if you have a suggestion on content that you would like me to make in the future, put that in the comment below and I'll make sure to feature that in a future video. So this is an exclusive behind the scenes tour of my YouTube channel, and I have been working diligently on expanding my reach, reaching more clients across the nation that are interested in moving to South Carolina. I opened this channel up on November 3rd, 2023, exactly the 1 year anniversary date of today. And I'm going to take you behind the scenes that I've never shown anyone before. So if you're interested to see what's happening 1 year later, the way that we go into our YouTube studio, and it has the latest video performance here. It tells me what the ranking of each video, how many people watched it, the impression click-through rate. That means when you see this thumbnail, how many people actually clicked on it. And the average view duration of this was 5 minutes, which is pretty good, I would say, because it says the typical is anywhere between 2 minutes on average. And then I have 8 comments on here, which is good engagement. So that shows my latest one. I also have 152 subscribers, 3 added in the last 28 days, and I get so happy when I get a new subscriber because it's like getting a new YouTube friend, and it just shows support, and I'm just so grateful for everyone watching and tuning in. These are my top performing videos, and they happen all to be Myrtle Beach, and I have recent subscribers posted here, my published videos and how they're doing. The latest post, I only have 1 post here, and that's under the community tab. It just has a question: if you had to choose one city in South Carolina, I would undoubtedly pick the charming city of, and then people vote in the community tab there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at my top performing videos. It says my channel got 1,500 views in the last 28 days. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They have been a little bit down than usual, and I think it's because everyone's pretty busy with, the elections coming up, and kids are back to school, etc. And then I have it went down 8 less than usual additional subscribers, but I'm just grateful that I have viewers, and then over 100 hours of watch time. These are my top content in the last 28 days, and it is Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach, Florida versus South Carolina. Don't move to Horizons before understanding the HOA fees. Horizons, these are all Somerville, which is right outside of Charleston, and then West Ashley. That's my newer video here. Don't buy these houses. This is for just South Carolina advice, and then 55 plus. I'm going to show you my audience. So that's you, and you can tell me what you think. So right here, I have returning viewers, 294 people return to watch my channel and my videos. And then this blue section, this blue line here shows my new viewers who just discovered it for the very first time. 1,000 unique viewers here, and then plus 3 subscribers. So it also tells me videos that are growing my audience, new video viewers who have returned, and these are kind of low here. And then it says when you guys watch. Do you agree with this? So this is when you guys are tuning in. It shows Saturday, the most people watch 8 a.m., 10 a.m., let's see here, 6 p.m., 7, 8. So these dark bars indicate the most viewers. So the darker the color, the more likely that you are watching at that time if you tune in. And this changes. Every time I look at this, it varies, not by much. Generally speaking, it remains the same. So for instance, evenings are always better than early for Monday through Friday. And then Saturdays and Sundays are pretty excellent days to publish. But I try to publish my videos when it shows that my audience members are online watching these videos. And then we have, this is kind of sad. So 93% of people have not subscribed to my channel. And if you're interested in buying a brand new home construction in Charleston and surrounding areas in Myrtle Beach, please subscribe, because then you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and that makes me so happy when you do. Also, the subscribe percentage is 6%. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we have age. So 43% are female and 56% are male. And then we have the age range where most of my audience members are 65 and over. So I try to feature more 55 plus videos and tours of communities, but if you would like to see anything additional, please post it in the comments below, and I will definitely try to create some more topics that you like. And where are you watching from? 77% of you are watching from United States. So shorts, I don't have some. I tested some shorts out in the channel. Let me know if you want to see shorts, but it didn't help my viewership at all, so I just deleted those shorts. I would like to maybe create a separate channel just with shorts. And then that's what that looks like in there. So the content is everything that I showed you here, where these are the key moments of people still watching, and then the drop-off rate. So usually the charts look like this, where people kind of see the preview and then it just drops. And then a healthy video is like where it kind of goes horizontal and stops dropping. So that's a typical performance of a video. I mean, I'm definitely not a mega channel here. It's just celebrating 1 year in the making. And then how are people finding my videos? Through the browser features, YouTube search, suggested videos, external, and direct unknown or other. So this is behind the tour. Thanks for allowing me to share this with you. So I'm learning a lot about when to post, what, the age bracket, what the most popular videos to post are. If I go here into my content, I could show you that my videos based on views, my most popular ones are Myrtle Beach. So I definitely have to record more content on Myrtle Beach, because that has, let's see here, 5,000 of views on those ones. And then my least popular would be, let's go to the next page. would be Greenville, but I've only featured one video on Greenville. I am going to actually feature Greenville again pretty soon, and this is my newer one, so still take some time in the algorithm, and hopefully it tells me what kind of content that you want me to watch. This is more of a community-based video. It doesn't really have a new home tour. And then this one is an older video, and this was a custom new home build. So I'm testing things out to see what resonates with you and what you like to see. But I'll try to create more of these ones that are performing really well because you guys seem to like it. I do have 10 years of private real estate experience. When I lived in Hawaii, we had a multi-unit dwelling and I did property management. I had tenants and we had tons of remodeling done there and oversaw that. So, you know, sold it for a profit, staged it. It was sold in the very first weekend. And this was before, you know, this was in 2019, before the market was, you know, pretty hot and crazy in 2021, 2022. So that was a win. And then also when we moved to Long Island, New York, we did renovations and sold it for a profit, had, you know, people coming in, and we sold that the very first day as well. The weekend of the showing, multiple offers. I think we had 12. And that was mid 2021 when that happened. So the reason why I bring this up is because I do have experience as a private real estate investor, like, you know, staging homes and making it presentable, getting the highest offer possible for the house. You know, if you're selling, if you're a buyer, what to look for, knowing how to walk inside a property and know exactly what needs to be done in order to make it at a level where you can sell it at a premium price. You know, that's just natural to me. And so I'm actually a relocation realtor now too, and I help people move into the area from out of state. You know, I'm a military spouse and we moved all over, and I understand PCSing and moving and just doing that, and also retirees that want a warmer climate and they don't want to go to Florida because, for one, Florida is hotter and they have crazy thunderstorms in the summer. I mean, everyday thunderstorms. So if you're okay with that, but it's like it's usually in the afternoon. During the day, I lived many years in Florida. And then the property taxes, the insurance have skyrocketed since Hurricane Ian. Then we have Hurricane Helene, we had Hurricane Milton, and who knows how many more after. So people there are becoming devastated. What looked like a great state to move to for all the right reasons, like, you know, no snow. I think over 30% of populations are retirees, right? So there are beautiful communities there to retire in, but at what cost? You know, are you about to lose everything? There's sinkholes in Florida besides the hurricanes. I mean, it's just not as attractive as it once was. So South Carolina comes into play. We were stationed here because my husband's in the Coast Guard and is about to retire. So we were stationed here and I absolutely love it. You know, I didn't even think about South Carolina. It wasn't even on my radar. I didn't say, let's move to South Carolina, or let's even visit South Carolina, to be honest. And once we got here, I didn't know just how beautiful Charleston and the surrounding cities are. It is like a small coastal town, and I love that about it because it's not overbearing. It's not like a huge city. I lived in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. So if you get lost in such a big city, meaning you're just one of the, you know, millions of people living there, and you could easily get lost. So I feel like this southern charm really grows on people that move here. So many of my neighbors actually are from other places. They're not even from South Carolina, and they migrated here. Either they work from home and they're like, yeah, I just wanted to, not live in whatever state anymore and move down here because they just love Charleston so much. And there's tons of people wanting to move to Myrtle Beach as well. So there are beautiful cities that are not as expensive as some other coastal cities, but you're still getting the wonderful beaches. We have numerous beaches here, and they're gorgeous. And there's like, I think over 200 miles of beaches all together that you could just enjoy. And a lot of people don't realize that Charleston is, I just love Charleston. I feel safe here. It's clean. We don't have graffiti. I could go on and on, but it's just a nice atmosphere. It's just, we have the colonial homes here. It's just so beautiful and stunning. If you're into history like I am, I love history. And have you ever seen a movie, The Patriot? Well, that was filmed here, okay? So the beautiful, gorgeous, historic homes. We have plantations here, quite a number of plantations, and it just takes me back in time, Like, I feel like I should be wearing one of those big dresses with, the sun hat, and it's quite remarkable to live here. I really enjoy. I like the people here a lot, to be honest. The people here are different than Florida, and it really depends on the city. The people in Tampa are different than the people in Orlando. The people in Orlando are kind of different than the people in Miami. Each city has different attributes. I lived in Clearwater and St. Petersburg, Lakeland, Florida for many, many years. And so I understand the demographics and, just the way that the general population are. And now let me tell you, hands down, I love the people of Charleston. Okay, love them. There's something about them that, especially like the true Charlestonians or Charlestonians, they are amazing. And you can point them out because of their like Southern accent, which is absolutely gorgeous. And they're the older generation that are like the hands down, like the Southern charm. I love them the most, okay? Because they're just like calm and like caring. They're not like in such a rush like city folks are, like rush from here, from there, from here, from there, like without even saying hello or smile. Or because we have so many people moving to Charleston from other states, I do feel like the Southern charm is being watered down. And I'm only being honest here, because I'm not saying that the new people moving in are not nice, but some of them are more like from such a big city that maybe they're just not used to saying hello or greeting somebody when you cross paths and walk. Just like those are like the minor things where they're just not used to doing that. And I do feel like because of the population is growing, that unfortunately the Southern charm is also being watered down and you're not able to experience it as much. So that's just a heads up, and that's just my honest observation. I've lived in Charleston for 3 years now, and I love it. We're considering even selling this house. This is the sunroom that I'm in my house right now, and buying another home, maybe even a farm here. So it really just depends what next year will unfold. I will give you the home tour of my house. I've updated every single lighting fixture in here. It is a brand new house from the ground up. We built this in 2021, and we love everything about it because we customized it. Like every faucet has been changed, like the vanity mirrors have been updated, etc. So every art piece, everything that you see from the bar stool to the furniture selection has been carefully put in place and selected for this home. So I can't wait to show you the tour of it at some point. So keep an eye out for that. Living in Charleston is probably such an ideal place if you're considering like, where should I move? Well, let me just give you my perspective on this. When I drive outside of Charleston, like not the nearby, cities of Johns Island and James Island and Daniel Island and Mount Pleasant, or North Charleston and Somerville. When you go outside of that, it really doesn't feel special at all. It feels like any small town that looks like any other town. There's no distinction out of that. But once you get to the city, you have these beautiful bridges, you have the marsh, the water, the beaches, the green, the sky, the historic home, and then it becomes special. So there are characteristics that separate Charleston from other towns, apparently, right? And so that's what draws a lot of people in. It's historic, it's beautiful. Especially if you like architecture, it's a lovely place to live in or to visit. So if you haven't, I am inviting you to come out and check out Charleston, especially if you're considering it as one of the places to move to. Fast forwarding it to 1 year later, do I have any regrets from my YouTube channel? Not really. I find that based on the viewership, a lot of my viewers first don't subscribe. So if you haven't, please subscribe below. If you are interested in buying or selling a house in Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Beaufort, surrounding cities, then this is the right channel for you. But if you're not, obviously, don't subscribe. A lot of my viewers are 55 and over, which, looking at my data and analytics, I try to feature a lot of 55 and over communities, and even do state comparisons, because I have a lot of people reaching out to me saying, I'm considering moving to Florida or South Carolina, which one's better? And to be honest, my answer is always the same. At this moment, it's not a good idea to move to Florida, because a lot of insurance companies have left the state entirely. A lot of people are still trying to figure out coverage, especially if they're on the coastal towns and areas, and the insurance rates are higher than here. The property tax has, increased as well instead of here. So if you're on a fixed income, or you just want to be savvy with your money, then I honestly think South Carolina would be better for you. However, I'm honest that Florida does not charge income taxes. Okay, so if you have an active job that gives you money, not Social Security benefits, because those are not taxed in South Carolina, but anything outside of that, then you might want to, run down the numbers with the calculator and see which one financially makes sense for you. But do keep in mind that there are just higher living costs in Florida owning a home versus South Carolina. So sometimes it could just be equal depending on, how much income tax and what your income tax bracket is. And then it's on a ladder too. It's not like a full amount. Like if you make this amount, it's on this step ladder. If you make this amount, it's on here and this percentage. And if you make this amount, it's on this percentage. So do keep that in mind as well. When I ran down the numbers, and I do this annually, I'll run it next year as well, to try to figure out which state will be less expensive for my family to live off of. And at the moment, it's South Carolina. But if, let's say, my husband gets, a phenomenal 6-figure job, and, my real estate career takes off, hopefully, contact me below, because it's been really hard right now. And I would love to serve as many clients as I possibly can. And unlike other channels that are pretty big, like when you reach out to some of the other channels, I'm not going to name names, but the ones with many thousands of followers and thousands of views, they just hand you off to a team member. So just do keep that in mind. You probably speak with them initial Zoom call or initial call, and then they hand you off to a buyer's agent, or they hand you off to somebody else. And I don't do that. It's more like concierge service, where it's me, I'm serving you all the way through everything. I don't just hand you off to somebody else. What do I think overall of owning a YouTube channel over this past full year? Well, it's a lot harder starting from 0 to now. I have a little over 150 subscribers, and it took that long to just obtain them. And I'm grateful, so thankful for every single subscriber. It's like every time I get a new subscriber, I'm like, yay, I just got a new friend. That's how I see it. And it does cheer me up. It's a lot harder and slower than other people claim it to be. They're like, oh, just, you know, make a TikTok video and go viral. I don't know anyone personally besides people online that claim that they did it and super easy, but I don't know anyone that has made it and just did a viral video. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a lot harder than a lot of people claim it to be when you start from a channel from 0. And I'm not paying for any ads. It's just a completely organic traffic. I would love to see more friends, like obtaining more friends, more subscribers, because each subscriber is a friend to me. And more views, because it takes me a while to film it, to edit it, to go on site, to drive to the site, to film it. And it takes a while for the production to happen, putting it all together for me. And I do enjoy the process. I do like having a YouTube channel, and I hope to see it become even more successful next year. So I will do a recap video next year, same time in November, because then it will mark the 2-year period. And this first year, it's like slow and steady, and I'm trying to produce consistently on a weekly basis. And some weeks I don't get a chance to do it because either I'm traveling out of state or I have other circumstances that don't allow me to release a video that week. But I do try to provide service, and I have huge playlists of so many other videos to look at if one weekend I don't release something. And thank you so much for being part of this journey, for allowing me to share my experience of having this new YouTube channel and trying to provide more insights and service on the locations here and the homes here. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit about myself, from being an educator to a crypto trader and now a full-time real estate agent. So I'll be sharing with you what's in store next year. I would like to do more stock trading with specific strategies that I am learning, providing more services to clients, closing more homes. I would love that. And enjoying living here. I am going to be putting my house on the market next year and buying possibly a farm. We'll see. So there's a lot in store for the next year. And thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. And I hope to hear from you soon. And in the meanwhile, check out this video next.